What's up, guys? Coach Vic. Short message today. Just got done doing some training. Just got done with the Special Forces training today. I was talking to one of the guys, and we were talking about how some guys make it and some guys don't. And I guess can relate, or I want you to kind of consider it in your own personal life, your own business, how things are handled for you. Some guys that come in are big and strong and muscular, and they do a lot of stuff. So in their mind, they're thinking that because they're physically strong, they're going to make it through some of the toughest challenges that they're supposed to face to get to this elite group from a military perspective. I find the same thing true in the business community or the investor community. I got guys that come in that are strong in one area, so they think that their strength, be it their current net worth, their current background from a professional, their knowledge base, things that they've done, is going to get them through some of the biggest testaments that they're going to face going to where they want to go. And I was telling one of the guys, it's not always the strongest guys, it's the toughest guys that make it through. You don't have to be muscular strong to be mentally tough to get to where you want to go. You see, some of the guys that are super strong bodybuilder types that want to go to one of the more elite schools for the military, I watch them come in from a training perspective and they crumble, they get tired, they quit early. They find their way to the water fountain before they've actually finished what they were tasked out to do. And the same is true for the business guys. They start off strong because they have this feeling that they can get it done because either they have the net worth, they have the credit background, they have some money in the bank, they have some knowledge because they're professionals, or their daddies did it for them, or their mommies did it for them, and at some point they think that's going to be enough to get them through the tough times, when they don't understand that you have to be mentally tough in the areas where you're going to be needed. I'll say, not everything is going to go your way. I find the guys that quit except when their paperwork doesn't go through, or when they get a slight tweak, or they're winded that day, or they drank too much and they stayed up and it's time to get to work and they aren't willing to do it. In business, you got documentation that doesn't go well, or you have some project that you were going to take down that doesn't get approved, or you have some problem at home that derails you from your task, and you wonder why you have all these great things in front of you, and I started off like this and I'm a this, so they need to understand that I know what I'm talking about. None of that matters. You see, mentally, you have to be prepared to go through what's necessary, and if you aren't willing to do that, I can tell you, no matter what you have or what you think you have going in the door, that you will get derailed and you won't succeed, whatever it is that you're trying to get done. If you continue to think that what you have already that makes you strong is enough to get you through without the mental capacity that it takes to get to the finish line, you're done where you stand. And it's going to be a tough thing, but what I'm trying to say is that you can do it. You have to train yourself to be mentally tough. Control your emotional state of mind as you're going through challenges. You have to remember what your goal is. You have to remember that there's a task that you must finish, and you must keep going no matter how strong or how weak you are. Don't pay attention to the things that come in to derail you from what you said that you were going to do in the first place. That is your responsibility to make sure that you're prepared. And if you don't stress test and find out what you're really made of before you have to rely on what you're really made of, you will find out under pressure that you may not be as strong as you think. That is your responsibility to make sure that you prepare that. Go out there and take a look at some of the areas where you think you're strong and weigh it up against some of the areas where you think you're weak, and find out what you're really made of before you need to rely on yourself and let everyone else that's relying on you to show up for them down. Make sure you make this a part of your work daily as a personal practice. All right? Don't go out there half-cocked. Fight for what you want. Don't listen to anything else. Your outcome, your win, your success. Own it. Go get it. Wage war.